Welcome to BellatRx Packaging Insights, the podcast where we explore the latest trends, innovations, and challenges in the world of packaging machinery. My name is Andrew, and today we're going to take a deep dive into the future of packaging automation and how it's reshaping the industries worldwide. Whether you're a packaging engineer, business owner, or just curious about the technology behind the products you buy, this episode's for you. On today's episode, we're going to be going over the troubleshooting of common issues in the packaging industry machinery, as well as the importance of preventive maintenance. So when it comes to troubleshooting, it is important to follow a very structured methodology to find out what the issue is. So for instance, one of the things we do here is a fishbone diagram. So it's pretty much just a visual way where we could isolate different probable causes and then determine what the actual root cause of the issue is on the machinery. So some of the common issues can be pretty much broken down into 5 different categories. So the first one being machine. So it could be an electrical, a mechanical component that is broken or worn out. It could be a consumable part like a cab chuck that's worn and it's giving you improper torque on the machine. The next one is the material. So sometimes the customers will actually change suppliers for some of the materials like caps, lids, bottles. And if those are not consistent what was originally designed for the machine, you'll have issues with either torquing the bottle, filling them up, applying labels, and it's just inconsistent from what the original scope of the project was. So that's another area to verify. Another one is the actual operators. There's a lot of times that some of the operators are new to a facility and don't necessarily have the proper training. So they're not really sure of what the proper settings are or how to adjust certain setup components of the machine to make sure that it operates properly in a production setting. Another one is some measurement things. So a lot of the packaging equipment is really relying on timers and sensors. So if any of these sensors are kind of mechanically misadjusted or there's dirt and you get an incorrect reading, then it will kind of hinder the timers and all of the logic in the machine and stop the machine from functioning properly. The last one, which is something that I think people often omit and don't necessarily think about, is actually the environment you're in. So for instance, sometimes your facility is actually in a more humid environment than what we test here in our facility here. And for instance, if you're trying to apply a label to a bottle and there's humidity around the bottle, it could actually cause issues for the adhesion of the label to the bottle, for instance. Or let's say you're counting tablets and the tablets in a humid environment expand. It could give false readings on a tablet counter, for instance. So these are some of the main categories of issues. And with the fishbone diagram, you can kind of isolate where the problems are, what categories they fall in, and it really helps you in navigating the root cause and then making an action plan to solve these issues. Preventive maintenance is an important aspect of servicing the machine, just because instead of being in a reactionary state where you're reacting to an issue that's happening, you're in a more proactive state where you're fixing equipment or changing things before they wear out instead of waiting for the incident to happen. So preventive maintenance actually helps with reduced downtime, increase efficiency on the line, and actually reduce costs in the long run for maintenance, just because you could actually schedule the downtime and use it appropriately to change equipment that is on the end of its lifespan. Here at BellatRx, we actually have preventative maintenance integrated in some of our SLAs, so our service level agreements. So those range from levels 1 to 5, which start off basically with just remote support. As you go up in the tiers, there's general machine inspections involved. Then there's preventative maintenance trips that are actually scheduled where we'll bring parts with us and switch them out for you and for the team, all the way to the top tier where we actually do visits 3 times throughout the year for preventive maintenance trips, just machine inspection, as well as overall line efficiency improvements for the machine. That's it for today's podcast. Tune in next week for another episode. Thank you for listening.